Hello everyone, Auntie Dupree here. Moving past the intro because I need to just say this, okay? We're going to talk about you and these darn recruiters. Yes, we got to talk about it. Why do we need to talk about this? Because a lot of people act like the recruiters are just destiny killers. Like they just come to steal all of the hope that you do know that you have the choice to choose. Right now, I know that there are some people who feel like they were manipulated or whatever. But look, over here, right, on this Navy Transition Coach YouTube channel, one thing that I harp on, especially my older videos, is you needing to take responsibility for your own career. I don't know at what point you're watching this, whether you have not joined, whether you have joined, whether you're thinking about joining, or you've been in for 10 years, or you are a veteran, you're thinking about going back. I don't know what stage you're in, but I need you to understand this. At every point in that phase, or each one of those phases, you have control of your career. Right? You have control of what you choose to do next, what you have the option to do next. Now, you may not have the options that get you to the goal that you want to get to right away, right? And there might be some loop around or some other way that you have to get there. I'm gonna give you an example. For example, let's say Ian2 Dupree, talking about myself, okay, didn't want to be an engineman anymore after 7 years in the Navy. And so Ian2 Dupree was like, well, I'm not doing the Navy. I'm actually going to get out. I'm going to go talk to a recruiter, and I'm going to do a whole different rate. That's a process. That is a process, right? If I want to come back on active duty to do something that I actually want to do, it's a process. But you know what? I'm in control of my career. Me. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I have been getting a lot of comments and emails about people having this issue with my recruiter said this or that. Okay. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm not saying that. But I'm also not saying that I believe everything that's coming out your mouth. One, because I've been on both ends. I've been the recruiter, right? But I've also been the applicant, right? And one thing I do know is that the recruiters tell you what you want to hear, right? Of course, that's what you do when you're recruiting. You tell people what they want to hear. And when they ask the questions, the right questions, okay? I don't know how many times I've said that on this channel. Ask the right questions. Go ask more questions. Okay, you're not going to know if you don't ask. Like, anyway, people have been coming and saying that this happened with their career, that. I understand that sometimes we get ourselves into things that we are not really completely clear on, right? That's kind of life, though. You know, like when you got into that relationship that was absolute garbage. That's a part of life. Or when you went to school and you hated that degree program, but you ended up switching degree programs. Honey, you switched the whole school and things was just so much better. You know, don't make the Navy such a big thing, right? Yes, it's a part of your career. Yes, you're going to be serving for 3 years, 4 years, however long you signed your contract for. But one thing I've learned is, number one, I chose to join the military for a reason. I got to make sure I keep the understanding of why I joined the military. Did I join because college wasn't working out for me? Or did I join because, my recruiter told me everything that I was going to get and that's what I wanted? And that's what I should have gotten in exactly the same way that he said it, right? I need y'all to understand, like, at any position in the military, outside of the military, any job, they're going to tell you the things. You're going to want to know how much you're going to get paid. If you're working anywhere, you're working at McDonald's, you're working at a Fortune 500 company, you're going to want to know the amount of time that you get off, your vacation days. You're going to want to know your sick days, your medical benefits and dental benefits. Like, you're going to want to know all the good things. You're not going to go into an interview or an application or, whatever, and ask them all of the hard things, all of the things that you won't know or even understand until you actually get in it. That's not how it works in the Navy or any other place. Okay, and now I feel like I had to come and share this with you guys so this is your career. You need to make sure you're doing the right things with your career, okay? Because if you come over here and you ask Ian to Dupree, well, what am I supposed to do now? This is what happened. They told me this. Well, friend, you should have, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm not, trust me, please listen and hear me well. I'm not saying that you're supposed to know everything, but I do want you to know, like, what you're feeling is not new. It is not new. You felt this at some other stage in your life before. What I learned when I first, let me be honest. I don't want you to think that I wasn't where you are. Honey, when I was on my first ship, I wanted to quit the Navy so bad. I wanted to leave because they didn't tell me it was going to be a bunch of people on there that I didn't really care for. Right? They didn't tell me that there were going to be people on there that didn't match my personality, that I wasn't going to be besties with. They didn't tell me none of that, okay? They didn't tell me people were going to laugh at me because I had a little mini thick notebook and a pen every single time I went to quarters. And that's what I was taught to do, take notes at quarters. And everybody laughed at me, my counterparts, right? And thought I was better than them or whatever they thought. I have no clue. Honey, you're going to deal with that at every location that you go to. You're going to show up brand new to wherever you're going to, right? And people are going to have their own thoughts about you. They're going to think whatever they think. And I'm not saying that's okay. But I think I would rather do that in a place where I can't easily get fired. Just in case, I forgot that, military bearing was a thing. And I snapped, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, look, this is my YouTube channel. I'm going to be real. Just in case, I'd rather do that in a place, I'd rather respond or I'd rather have a chance to make a wrong or right decision and have an opportunity to get better, as opposed to, honey, you fired. Go find another position somewhere else. I'm not condoning violence by any means. Please, for the love of God, do not do that, okay? I'm just saying, for example, for me, I like to use myself as an example because I guess I'm the best example I have. But my personal experience is I went to, it's funny, but it's not funny. I went to DRB Captain's Mess twice in the military. Yes, Ian to Dupree, the tip-top shape sailor that went to Captain's Mess twice. I did. But you know what? Me going to Captain's Mess twice is why I'm here today. It's why I'm still in the Navy Reserves. It's why I make content on YouTube to help other sailors transition throughout the Navy, to learn the lessons that I've learned without having to go to Captain's Mast, okay? Without having to go to NJP or did I say that right? DRB is what I meant to say. Or whatever repercussions and disciplinary. You don't need to go through all that. Learn from my mistakes. And the one way that I'm teaching you to learn from my mistakes is taking responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for yourself. And I hope that so many new people to the military period watches this content. So share this video with somebody that needs to hear it. Okay, share it wherever you feel like you need to share that. Okay, I know I'm looking like the end of the day, because it is the end of the day. I still got my Navy t-shirt on, but yeah, I needed to come and share that really quick, because people are acting up. Stop blaming your recruiter, please. You know, some recruiters need to, we both know they need to do something. They need to, and it's not even their recruiting abilities. It's the fact that some people are just shady for what? But I understand. Look, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I was a recruiter too. Okay, I don't know how well I did, and in the real world recruiting side, but I think I did okay with the reserve recruiting. That's literally why this channel was made, or how this channel came about, because I was like, man, it would be great to have a resource to actually teach people who are leaving active duty about the Navy Reserves, because where's the knowledge at? Who's out there teaching people about the Navy Reserves on active duty? I know I didn't know. And I was actually working at the NRC, the NOSC. I was working there. I didn't know. But yeah, you got to take responsibility for your own self, your own career. Okay? If that means that you have to take the long route to get what it is that you desire, okay, take the long route. Take the long route. And another thing that as I've grown older and I've grown wiser and I've begun to reflect on my past and my experiences, you have to change your mindset that the things that you've went through in life were like really huge mistakes. Why do I say that? Because everything should really be a learning experience. Even the bad things that you went through in life, it should be a learning experience of what you're not gonna allow to happen, or the things that you should look out for. Like, learn from your experiences. If you want to be successful in your career, if you want to be successful in doing whatever it is that you choose to do, whatever, you have to understand that number one, you got to take responsibility, and number two, learn the lesson. Find the lesson and learn the lesson. There's always a lesson. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. See you on the next video. Bye, y'all.